On today's List Bomb, we covered the top 8 creepiest places on Earth. Starting off at number 8, the Catacombs in Paris. The Paris Catacombs are a 200-mile network of caves, tunnels, and quarries, and much of it is filled with the skulls and bones of the dead. In the past, as cemeteries filled up and they had no room to bury any more dead, the long dead were exhumed and their bones were packed into the roofs and walls of what is now known as the Catacombs. Number 7. The Sedlec Ossuary. The Sedlec Ossuary, also known as the Church of Bones. Much like number 8, this place was used in part to store human remains. In the 1870s, the landowner at the time commissioned a woodcarver to decorate the chapel with the bones and create a reminder of the impermanence of human life and inescapable death. Number 6. The Abandoned Psychiatric Hospital in Parma, Italy. As if a crumbling psychiatric hospital wasn't freaky enough, artist Herbert Baglione decided to give life to the forgotten souls that once walked these halls. Everything in this old psychiatric hospital has a story or an emotion, and you can see why this creepy hospital is on our list. Number 5. The Body Farm. The Body Farm is a piece of land used by forensic anthropologists to observe how humans decompose. What you see here are corpses rotting under various conditions for law enforcement research. This research helps to understand how and how long ago a person may have died. Number 4. Snake Island in Brazil. Researchers estimate that on the island live between 1 and 5 snakes per square meter. The snakes are a unique species of pit viper who possess a powerful, fast-acting poison that melts the flesh around their bites. Golden lanceheads are so dangerous that, with the exception of some scientific outfits, the Brazilian Navy has expressly forbidden anyone from landing on the island. And just to give you a better idea how scary this island really is, if you were on the island, there would be a snake within 5 feet of you at any given time. Number 3. The Hoia Forest in Romania. The Hoia Forest is famous worldwide for its alleged frequent and varied paranormal phenomena. Reports have included ghost sightings, unexplained apparitions, faces appearing in photographs that were not visible with the naked eye, and in the 1970s, UFO sightings were reported. Visitors to the forest often report intense feelings of anxiety and the feeling they're constantly being watched. Number 2. The Suicide Forest in Japan. The Suicide Forest in Japan is a 35 square kilometer forest that lies northwest of Mount Fuji. Due to the wind-blocking density of the trees and the lack of nearly all wildlife, the forest is eerily quiet. The forest has a historic association with demons in Japanese mythology, and it's a popular place for suicides. So many people have killed themselves in this spooky forest that the government was forced to put up signs pleading people to reconsider their actions. Even so, annual body searches have been conducted by police, volunteers, and attendant journalists since the 1970s. And your number 1 creepiest place on Earth is the Island of the Dolls in Mexico. The Island of the Dolls is a sort of shrine dedicated to the lost soul of a little girl who met her fate too soon. Legend says the girl was found drowned many years ago on this island, and that the dolls are possessed by her spirit. Some say the dolls move their heads and arms, and even open their eyes. Some witnesses claim that they've heard the dolls whisper to each other, while others who were on a boat near the island said the dolls lured them to come to the island. As for how the dolls were placed around the island, the story goes like this. Julian, the caretaker of the island, found a little girl drowned and was not able to save her life. Shortly after, Julian saw a floating doll near the canals. He picked up the doll and hung it to a tree as a way of showing respect and supporting the spirit of the little girl. Julian was apparently haunted by the spirit of the girl and started hanging more dolls in an attempt to please her spirit. After 50 years of collecting dolls and hanging them on the island, he drowned in the same spot where the little girl did. Now, there was a lot of great items on today's list, but I think dolls possessed by the dead wins every time. Do you agree with our list? Let us know in the comments below.